What's up, everyone? There's trouble in Conservativeville. Sure, you guys all uh, heard about it if you're the conservative type that pays attention to the goings on. And talking about Steven Crowder and the Daily Wire, all the drama. It's like a soap opera for conservative types. So basically what happened was quick synopsis there, and I give my opinion on the matter. Crowder, I guess he's been working for what, Blaze TV. Before that was some other company. They bought Blaze, kept the Blaze name, and blah blah blah. You know, he produces his own shows, got some staff and whatever, and whatever his contract's coming up, and of course he's going to be fielding offers from uh, his current employer, or people probably might not technically be an employee but a contractor for him, but I'll just use the term employers. uh, and so he's getting, talking with various other conservative media companies and outlets, and he gets on up there the other day and says, look at this offer I got. And he didn't name names, didn't say who it was from, and just says, basically, this is a bunch of BS. And he was complaining from my perspective. I watched his whole video, and then I watched the reply video from Daily Wire from Mr. Boring. And from my perspective, it looked like Crowder was mostly complaining about control of the content and various aspects of the deal aside from the money. And then the Daily Wire comes out with Mr. Boring's boring video, and he's focusing mostly on the money. And then you got the employees or the contractors that Daily Wire hires, and I don't know which one of them have come out. I saw Mr. Boring's reply, and then you got Candace Owens uh, having a meltdown about it. From what I gather, I didn't watch too much of her response, but she's all apoplectic about it. And I guess all the other Daily Wire minions are out, on the attack. Well, Daily Wire could have just kept their mouth shut from the get go. Very few people would have known that that paper that Crowder was showing was from the Daily Wire. You would have had to be in the know somehow. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of speculation uh, by the likes of people like me, or the average viewer or reader of either the Daily Wire or Mr. Crowder's material. 'Cause I think that's the bottom line. Is there's a big to do, and everyone's talking about it, and who's in the right, and they shouldn't have done this, and Crowder shouldn't have done that, and the Daily Wire this, that, and the other, and blah blah blah. And Daily Wire folks are saying that Mr. Crowder's just out there trying to promote because he's going to start up his own network, and this is all a calculated ploy and all this crap. I mean, that's what they believe, but I don't know if they believe all the arguments that they're making, because I don't really think Crowder's in it arguing about the money. They were offering him 4 years, $50,000 total, and then if they wanted to keep him on, they were able to keep him on for 2 more years at the same rate. Um, and this was just the initial uh, bargaining salvo, right? So it was a starting point, and I understand that. And you know what? I think Candace is out there, and it kind of insulting to people. I think most people understand that that's how negotiations go. But I think Crowder's point is, this is not it's not a starting point. The terms were total BS. And I saw a couple people that went through it, and they're like, "This is a crap deal." And I think Shad from Shadiversity was talking about it on his other channel, Night's Watch. He was saying that these terms were crap, and I think it's people like Shadiversity, and this is Crowder's point, whether you buy into it or not. But the point is, you know, these people are all supposedly on the same team or whatever, the conservative media, and they should be um, negotiating from a point of more realistic instead of some of those terms. I when I heard them, I thought they were crap because it's basically turn over all of your content to us, even all the content that he created up until the point that had he signed with them, right? So they get control of all of that, and he only gets it back once he's no longer with them. And out of all the money that they make off of him, they promise they're going to give him this amount of money. Um, but a big issue that Crowder had with them wasn't about the money. They had terms in there where basically, if he gets a strike from any of these social media places, Twitter, well, I don't know if Twitter was one, but definitely Facebook and YouTube, that he would get a cut and pay, penalties from it. And I understand from their point of view, they want to make money, so they don't want their content being taken down off these platforms. But his take, and a lot of people that I've heard talk about this, and I agree, if you do that, you're just backing the leftists of YouTube and Facebook, their play. You're being like an arm for them. You're the hitman, right? You're gonna penalize your contractor or employee based on uh, the rules of these leftist uh, social media platforms. And so, I kind of agree with that, with Crowder saying, we got to be working together and not doing the bidding of these lefties. And I think that that document that he got from the Daily Wire, that's not a good faith starting point for a negotiation. You know, and of course we expect him to counter this and that. Well, you know, I'm sure they have experience doing this, and you got lawyers getting involved in all this bullshit. But the negotiations would probably be a lot better if you had a bit more of a good faith starting point than you know all these things that they put in there. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment. Do you side with Crowder or with Daily Wire, or you just don't give a rat's ass about any of it? My perspective is, uh, I think I would side a bit more with Crowder because you know I guess I'm buying into him saying that he's there trying to uh, fight the good fight, where he's saying that Daily Wire, they're all about just making themselves money, and they're not really there to team up with like-minded conservatives to fight the fight. But I for one, I never really was a big fan of Crowder because I saw a couple of his videos. He didn't strike me as all that funny, um, so I didn't really care for some of his takes and some of his political stuff. I'd see and I'm like, I don't really agree with this or that, and I agree with some of it, but I don't really watch him that much. Daily Wire, I used to be more of a fan of theirs too because I really liked Ben Shapiro, uh, you know, and I liked his facts don't care about your feelings. But now I've realized, and you see this on Tim Pool and his crew, you know, they like to say feelings don't care about your facts, and I agree with that because if you want to persuade a lot of people, you're gonna have to get them in the feelings department because the facts don't matter to them. So you have to be able to persuade people with facts and with the feelings. And different people over at Daily Wire, They got some good takes. They got some fucking weak takes. But anyways, I don't really pay too much attention to either one of them. Probably in the last uh, year or two, I probably only listened to maybe, an hour or two between the two of those uh, entities, Crowder and Daily Wire. Anyways, folks, just wanted to throw my opinion out there about this, and let me know what you think in the comments. Hope you guys all have a good weekend. I'll see you all on the next one.